Welcome or welcome back to the Getting Into Reading series, where we talk about different types of books that will get you into reading. In part 1, we talked about books for the intelligent reader. In part 2, we talked about books for the emotional reader. And today, in part 3, we're going to talk about books for the plot reader. If you miss stories that have a new, original, unique plot, and you want to inspire your creative juices, this one is for you. Let's roll the tape. So as per usual, I'm going to recommend a fiction, a fantasy, and a romance book. Let's start with a fiction, and that's Atmosphere. You didn't know you were interested in reading about space and astronauts until you read Atmosphere. We're following a young woman who becomes an astronomer during the days when female astronomers didn't really exist at all. The plot of this book is going to keep you glued to that book. You're not going to want to put it down until you find out what is going to happen. It's that type of book that starts with a teasing of the ending and takes you back in the past, and you see how we got there, and then at the end you're hyperventilating, wanting to know, are they gonna live? Are they not gonna live? This is not just a story about discovering yourself, accepting yourself, challenging yourself, but the most unique thing about this story is the captivating plot. Moving on to the fantasy, and this is one of the only fantasies that I've read last year that wasn't necessarily a romantasy. It was a true fantasy with a subplot of romance. Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I'm finally reading a story where the main character is not only thinking about how in love she is with the MMC. Her challenges, her motivations are definitely weighing more than the romance in this one. And my favorite thing about this one is that we finally get to see two people becoming friends and liking each other and working together for a common goal before they actually fall in love and start yearning for each other. The plot point of this one is so complex, and it sets up the story perfectly, being very clearly the first book in a fantasy series. And last but not least, the romance that I think you should read is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This is one of the most unique concepts that I've ever read in a romance book, like ever. We're following a young girl who moves into her aunt's apartment, and she grew up with stories of how this apartment is traveling through time, and she never believed them until she wakes up one day with this guy in her apartment that claims to live 7 years in the past. This is so romantic and beautifully written, but I think the star of this show is definitely the plot. Let me know what other types of books you want me to recommend for this series, and if these books actually helped you get back into reading. Without further ado, I'll leave you to reading.